Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. So, this is a very sad story. A young black man who somebody knocked on his door or something, and he actually came out with pew, right? And when he found out they were cops, and he was holding the pew with one hand and then found out there were cops and then raised his palm was like very open and the fire down was down, like firearm he was holding it down, right? And then open palm raised, which was like this. I am going to put the picture so you all can see, right? And he was a pupil by Oklahoma, by a sheriff. And while people were discussing that, a palm colored woman actually said, would you open the door to the police with a gun in your hand and expect not to get shot? So she now said, have common sense, just let this word. Now I am going to ask this. Why is it that it's okay for every other person to have firearm, but it's kind of something uh, not so cool when people like me, when they see it on people like me? Because I remember there was a young man who was driving that was horribly tased because they saw something in his car. Let's get into this.
Did I not say this was going to happen? Hey, lady, can I ask you a question? Does the Second Amendment cover everybody or not? Because if it's only written for white men, can we just junk that shit? Because y'all are about to be a minority in the fucking first place. So for some reason, a man in his own home has to have a justification for coming to his fucking front door with a weapon. But I have seen Caucasian men do that and worse. And if you so much as say gun regulations, they lose their fucking mind. See? And the fact that this is a white woman that said this. Now you understand why women of color don't want to stand next to y'all. I heard it. A black woman said it, so I'm going to repeat it. White women are the handmaidens of white supremacy. They are. There's no fucking way you'd say that if this was your child. Of course you wouldn't. If it was your child, the NRA would be involved. Can we just can we stop bullshit, please? Can we just get this out in the fucking open? This is one of them things that kind of itches the back of my brain every once in a while. I want to talk about it and then I fuck around and forget it. So let's just put it all out on the table. Let's go ahead and do it. Okay? Let's do it. America is uncomfortable when a weapon is in the hand of somebody that isn't a white man. That's why when you see white women holding weapons, it always is some cute bullshit. I pack mine for protection. Because you're trying to keep up with them idiots. But let that hand be black or brown. Let that hand be native or indigenous. Let that hand be Asian or Pacific Islander. Let it happen. And the optics start to change, especially when the hand is black. I told y'all earlier today this was going to happen. Did I not fucking say that? Did I not say this? I knew it was coming. I saw it coming. Of course, the black man has to justify why he came to the front door with a weapon in his hand, in his own house. Not a house he was breaking into, not a house where he was at a hostage situation going on. No, he has to justify why he was in his own motherfucking house when the police covered the goddamn peephole, knocked on it, said they were police, and he came to the door with a weapon in his hand. He got to justify why he's dead. Did I not told you. Kill the body, kill the fucking reputation. I fucking knew it. And the fact that it is a white woman saying this. A white woman. Y'all, some of y'all really do live up to that goddamn name. Handmaidens of white supremacy. We all know in this country, a weapon in the hand of a black man is scarier than a weapon in the hand of a white man. And if you tell me otherwise, explain this. This is my home. My home. If I want to come to the goddamn front door with not a stitch of goddamn clothes on and a pair of Nike Cortezes holding on to my shit, it's my fucking right to do so. He doesn't have to justify that shit. He's an American fucking citizen. But you didn't see that though, did you? You didn't. There's going to be a whole lot of hang-wringing because the very first thing you're going to say is, why do I have to bring up race? Why did you have to bring up the fact that he had to justify coming to his goddamn front door with a weapon? I think the answer to your question is the answer to my question. You got to be fucking kidding. I keep telling y'all, man, I can predict these things. I know how this works. And some of y'all want to walk around here with these rose-colored glasses up your ass. Well, let me give you a little bit of a reality check. Either the fucking Second Amendment covers everyone, or we should junk that shit. If you are uncomfortable with African Americans being gun owners, then my suggestion is you don't look at African Americans when they're buying guns. Ooh, it makes me feel icky. Then go the other motherfucking way. You can see fucking overweight white men walking around with AR-15s in Chipotle and nobody says shit. A black man comes to his own fucking front door with a weapon in his hand, he gets killed, and you have the goddamn gall to say this? Read it. Y'all read it. Read it. Read it. And what TikTok will do, we'll call this harassment and bullying. Even though this is for educational purposes. Because this is a conversation that we should have been had a long goddamn time ago. Our fucking racial bias when it comes to the Second Amendment. America is uncomfortable with armed Negroes. They always have been. Nothing has changed. I don't give a fuck how abstract you've tried to make it. America is uncomfortable with black gun owners. They're uncomfortable with Hispanic gun owners. They're uncomfortable with anybody being a gun owner except white folk. And this proved it. Why should that man have had to justify coming to his own front door with a weapon in his hand? That's his house. Who is it that's always talking about the castle doctrine? Who is it that literally has stand your ground laws so that they can be able to pew anybody that they feel like is threatening their goddamn life, whether it's in public, private, on their property, at a fucking Walmart, in the front of a liquor store? Who is it that's doing that? But it ain't no fun when the rabbit got a gun now, is it? So let's just get it out the way. This is a clear fucking example of something black, brown, native and indigenous, and Asian and Pacific Islander people have known for a very long fucking time. This is a perfect example of it. America is uncomfortable when the hand holding a weapon is not white. They are uncomfortable with it. Law enforcement lives off of that shit. They hope like hell we're holding a weapon. How many men and women have been gunned down in fucking stand your ground states, open carry states, black folk, gunned down for doing something that a whole lot of Americans and the goddamn NRA says is our Second Amendment right? How many lives have been lost because that Second Amendment right doesn't extend to people who look like me? How many lives have been lost? And how many times have the police investigated their goddamn self, found out they didn't do anything wrong because, oh my God, a scary Negro with a weapon, you feared for your life. And how many people, how many white folks have said shit like this? How many? How many? How many bodies are sitting in the motherfucking graveyards and the cemetery right now in fucking open carry, fucking concealed carry, free roam for everyone having a weapon states? How many? How many? White men are never asked why they came to the door with their shotgun or come to the door with their AR-15. They're never asked, how come you got a fucking AK, not AK, but a goddamn Glock 19 at Walmart. But let it be somebody that dang white in their own home, which we're always told that's where we're protected, which has not been true. And we can't own weapons, obviously, because scary black folks with weapons. And what did I tell y'all earlier? The fuck I tell y'all earlier? First they kill the body. Then they kill the what? What'd I say today? What the fuck did I say earlier today? When I say these things, don't fucking doubt me. Just believe me. And if you truly feel what I'm saying, fight shit like this. I rest the fucking the process.
So this is all I got from this, and let me start by saying a lot of people probably might not watch started this conversation, but then let me show you where I'm also going to put this from the beginning so people will understand. So I think a young black man, I mean, like, you know, I think there was a knock or something on his door, and probably he came out with his Pe0ple, and then found out there were cops, right? And he also was holding that on that, probably on the left or whichever one. And then when he found out there were cops and that he was holding that, and then raised his hand. So it was the firearm was down, and his arm, his open palm raised, right? So like this, right? Which you all can see that he was not probably going to do something, or, you know, I just don't know, but you all already understand where I'm coming from, right? So in the comment section, somebody actually said, the same woman was the one that said, who does that? Like, why would somebody, she was like, would you open the door to the police with a gun in your hand and expect not to get shot? So he was telling Thomas Bishop to have some sense. He should have common sense. Oh, I don't know, but you already can explain better. Why is it that black people, I mean, like, it's very horrible. I mean, like, it's not like a good, it's not a good thing when they see black people with gun, with Pe0ple, right? But it's okay for other people to have Pe0ple, right? Because I have experienced or seen, not like, no, I have seen so many videos, right, where probably black people, where I've seen somebody driving and he has his Pe0ple in the boot or something, and probably he was driving with a girlfriend and he was pulled over, and he came down, right? And they were asking him, do you have anything in your car or something? Yeah, he admitted that he had something, but he was just driving, and they brought him down for questioning and all that. He told him, yes, I have something in the boot, but I am not using it. You can see that straight up. This boy was tased and he was screaming in pain. He was screaming. I mean, he wasn't with that to harm anybody or something, probably for protection, like every other person and all that, you know. I am sure that young man will never stop, he will never stop telling the story, right? And somebody that I don't think there is need to be threatened, or maybe if you feel like there is need or you are scared, because it's always the story that they were scared or they are threatened and all that. And I keep asking myself, sometimes I don't care the cops, most times, whether Nigerian cops or American cops or any cops from anywhere, that their duty is to do some certain things, probably protect life, like, you know, guard and all that. Then they start telling me that they were, I mean, somebody that There is no, what is it called? Threat for life or anything. And they come out to say that they are really like they were really very scared. That's why probably whatever happened, happened. And it's always that I am scared or I feel threatened. And nothing else, like it has always been like that. And then somebody, before they finished saying that, somebody is probably already no more. I mean, they really shot this young man, and that was the end of it. He actually passed, right? And the fact that people wake, I don't know. The truth is that some people really do not experience some certain things, especially what Black people go through. For that reason, they can sit back. I call them keypad warriors. They can sit back in their houses to type whatever they want to type and all that. I have seen similar cases where probably a colored person was, probably they ask questions and let the person go, right? And I have also seen where some people run, this is an example, traffic light or like traffic rules and all that, and still drive back straight up home. Straight up home. Why being chased? And probably they start cursing the cops even. I have brought so many videos of that. But people that look like me do not have that privilege. That's why when I tell people what privilege is, they sometimes, some of them tend to fight me. Some of them tend to say some certain things to me. I mean, like people calling me red to the deceased is something that I wake up every day to. I wake up every day to that, and it is what it is. But I am not going to stop saying this. Black people do not have a lot of privilege. The fact that people like me are going down every day over something that really does not make any sense. Yeah. If they feel threatened, why did they probably not? I mean, like somebody how? Really, the whole thing is just a mess. And sometimes it is hard to wrap your head around it. And it is very hard. You cannot wrap your head around it because it's kind of hard to comprehend how all of this are happening. And still, before you know what is going on, it is also us being the problem because Black people have always been the problem. Now you see the reason why Black women said they would rather work with palm-colored men than working with palm-colored women. I know what I am saying. They are very problematic. I am not saying this to make anybody feel bad, but I have had my own share. And I can tell you how and what it feels like working with them. And the fact that a full-grown woman came out to write this tells a lot. Some people really do not value life. Some people do not care about humans. And when they talk, you can actually feel it from them. And that really sucks. It's all, I have so much mixed feeling. You all can also see that from my look and all that. I feel really terrible. I feel bad that some people just die for no reason, and this is a huge example of it. Something that does not deserve some certain things. But then if you ask, there are also, like, before we could finish telling the story, they are already asking, why did he come out with Pe0ple to the door? You see that stereotype already is there. So what do you want to say? How do you want to defend yourself now? It's all sad. But we all can do better as humans. The best we can do is to advocate. If you are an ally, speak up. But they will rather speak on things that does not make any sense than speak on relevant things. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.